Episode 1 of Hard Knocks in the books. Check your pulse if you're not fucking fired up. What's going on, Dolphins? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Chop Block. Your boy Finale here. Let's talk about Hard Knocks. How are we feeling after that episode? I'm a big fan of Hard Knocks. I know a lot of people were a little iffy about it, but we are fans at the end of the day. How can you not love this? You're getting everything behind the scenes. You're getting speeches, you're getting players' lives, you're getting everything. We are fans at the end of the day. The more fucking shit the NFL is going to feed us, we're just going to keep buying into it. And I know I really enjoyed this first episode. I thought we got to see a lot of cool different things with the very opening thing. We get that fired up Mike McDaniel speech telling these players it's pretty much on you to let the world see what you guys are about. So you need to go out there and give it out everything every single day, whether it's practice, game day, whatever it is, film. You got to put 110% in and just not let it be a distraction, because it's only going to be a distraction if you allow it to be. So I thought that off rip, that was very cool. And, that's the cool thing about Hard Knocks is you like I said, you get to see a little bit of everything. So then it shifts into us getting a little bit of Tyreek's personal side, and he got married over the bye week, and he talked about that work life balance, and we're happy to see that for a guy, especially a guy his caliber player and what he means to this team. And you want somebody that be able to have that balance in life, and and being a new husband, being a father, being a son, as he mentions. It's just something so cool that we I mean, even though I thought that scene was a little awkward, you could tell just like awkward small talk just to keep it shit going in the fucking with the cameras rolling. But it's still a cool thing to see. And then even Tua seems to be coming out of his shell a little bit. And especially I hate talking about the past, but not really. But with Flores, you never got to see anything of Tua opening up. This just shows you how much confidence he has in himself at this moment. And he jokes around in the press conferences like, when the fuck did that ever happen under the Flores regime? He's finally coming out to himself, and this, I think, is a reason why he continues to play at a high level. Now, I know, so before some asshole drops in the comments, or was the high level this weekend? Yeah, it wasn't his best game, but he still threw for 325 yards. And imagine if he would have played a great fucking game. But I digress. Let's keep it moving. We're talking Hard Knocks tonight. And like I said, yeah, seeing Tua coming out of his shell, he's getting older, dad, married, the whole nine too. So it's good. It's good to see that, man. Because at first we always thought he was a little awkward. But hey, and just the big thing, I think, contributing to him, growing it and showing that other side of him is the connection that he has with coach. And we all knew he fucking backed his quarterback 100%. But in this episode, we got to see it like literally during practice, and he's like, dude, that throw is fucking nasty, and the timing, and you let it out here, and how the hell did he catch it there? It's just really cool to see that dynamic that we have between quarterback and coach. At the end of the day, these guys are going to be linked to each other forever, especially if this offense ends up being a historically great thing. People will be talking about Tua McDaniel until the next guys come along. But just the confidence level that McDaniel and the belief that Tua now has in him, that a coach is backing him, it's a sight to see, man. It really is. And another really cool thing I didn't hear any reports or anything on it before, but the fact that the O line gets together, at least once a week, just to disconnect, build that camaraderie, build that bond, because at the end of the day, they're brothers. They're gonna back each other. If they get into a fight, all them boys are gonna fight. That's just how it is. And that was really cool. You don't see that too often. That a weekly thing where boys get together, and especially on a football team, these guys are millionaires, and they still find the time to make for themselves to go out and build that bond, bro. I think that's so important, and why this O line is playing well at the moment too. You know, but and also just how much focus went into Max Crosby this week. Obviously, we know the guy's a game wrecker, one of the top ends in the league, and can fuck up a game real quick. But just literally watching all the film on him, the focus, how he attacks, even after the ball's out, how he tries to play those mental games, and how they prepared Tua for that. That was awesome. Get the practice squad player. Hey, try to rattle to him. Get used to it. Get used to it, because he's always going to be on you, even when the ball's on. That was genius, I think. And the game day footage. Oh my god, like these guys get some great shots of all the plays. We got to see the Tyreek catch. Oh, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this, because we didn't know exactly where Tyreek got hurt with the hand. So you're telling me, Coach, you knew Tyreek fucked up his hand, and we're 4th and 1 right near the goal line, and you're gonna call a wide receiver screen to him? Like, make it make sense, dude. That was my one huge knock on McDaniel today, which we know he likes to get a little dicey in those short yardage situations and throw the ball when, hey, sometimes you got to get physical and run the fucking ball. And this continues to be our one little concern with McDaniel in these critical moments in games and certain situations. Like, you really got to use, especially knowing he was hurt, use your head on that one, kiddo. Come on, come on. But hey, who the fuck am I? I'm the here talking about you. So, but yeah, that was another mind-boggling moment. Oh, and the really cool part was like Coach called the Tyreek touchdown. He was like, "Oh, there it is, it's coming," and then he literally sets it up. Which some of those guys probably could have tackled him, at least shoelaced him. But hey, that world class speed, unmatched. Tyreek houses it. Yeah. I'm the best in the world. Like the dude, just the confidence of this team and the way they're playing right now. It's insane, man. It's insane. Um, excuse me. But yeah, and then you get to see the Jalen Ramsey interception. We had a brief moment where we came out from our seats in the in the footage, and it was really cool. But yeah, man, just getting able to the in-depth footage. You're there in the locker room right after they win. You see how focused Jalen Ramsey is after that game, especially already. Yeah, it's a game that's 2 picks. It's fine. Job's not finished, right? Job's not finished. Still got a lot of football left, the whole damn season. But and another big thing that I noticed in the locker room was, how Tua went up to every defensive back, at least from what we saw. I don't know if he went to every defender, but I'm sure at least most of them, and told them like, y'all kept us in that game. I need to be better. So that's something you always do want to see from your quarterback, especially when they don't play their best. To be able to take some accountability, show that appreciation. Hey, thank you for bailing us out. Thank you for keeping us in that game. I got to be better. This and that. These are things you want to hear from your quarterback, And the biggest thing I took away from this episode was this team feels like a family, like they got each other's back. And I know, it's always going to be good when we're winning. Right now we're 7-3 and on top of the AFC East. Things are going to be good. But I want to see if that happens and this bond and this confidence can still not be wavered when the times are down. Hopefully we don't get to see that anytime soon, especially in this stretch of games that should be wins for the most part. you know, but at some point this team is going to get tested, and some things aren't going to go their way. How do they react to that? Those were my takeaways from this episode of Hard Knocks, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like, share, subscribe, tell a Dolphin fan about this new podcast. We're going to be bringing to you something different every other episode, whether it's reactions like this one, whether it's breakdowns, whether it's highlights, whether it's whatever it is. We're going to bring you a bunch of Dolphins takes, footage, the whole nine, from one diehard Dolphin to you. I just really want to say thank you guys, and I appreciate you. Have a good night. Till next time. See you then.